Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Anissa and today we're making cheese and onion pasties. They're really quick and easy to make and they freeze really well, so I like to make this in good batches and then freeze a few. So let's just get started. I have 600 grams of potatoes which I've just boiled, and what we're going to do is just mash it down very slightly. I want to leave some little lumps in there just to give our pasties some texture. I don't want this to be a completely smooth mash. When your mash looks something like this, some texture to it, we're going to season it with a little salt and a pinch of black pepper. Next, I'm just frying off 2 medium onions. I'm just looking to get them softened and get a little bit of colour on these. When your onions have a little colour on them and they're nice and soft, we're going to add that to our potatoes. Next, we're going to add a very small dollop of English mustard. I'm using around half a teaspoon to start with. I find just that little bit of mustard helps to cut through all that cheese and the potato that you add in there, and just gives it an extra bit of flavour in there. And then 300 grams of grated mature cheddar cheese. I went for extra mature in this case. If you use regular cheddar or just mozzarella, you're going to find it's not going to give it that cheesy taste that you're looking for in a cheese and onion pasty. So when you've added all these ingredients, just give it a good mix together. Make sure you taste your mix for seasoning. You should see it looks something like this. I can taste just a hint of that mustard, and that cheese is really coming through nicely. Just make sure there's enough salt and pepper in there for your taste. And we can start by preparing our pasties. So over here I have some puff pastry, which I've just divided up into little squares like so. And we're just going to add little dollops of our pastry to one corner of our squares. We want enough filling in there where you can really get a good flavour coming through, but not too much where it just spills through the pastry and overflows. And then what we're going to do with a little cold water is just put some water around the edges of this pastry so that when you fold it over, it really sticks and there's no risk of any of that filling spilling through. And then you're going to take one corner of your pastry, fold it over to make a little triangle, and just press those corners together, sealing it properly. Give it a little press if you need to, but just make sure that's nicely sealed. Now what I like to do, just to give it a typical pasty shape, is just cut off the corners like so. So it just gives it a slightly more rounded appearance. And with a fork, just make sure you seal those edges together. Plus, it just gives it a nice appearance, I think, like so. And with a nice sharp knife, just cut some little slashes in your pastry. This just allows any steam inside to escape and helps you get a really nice flaky pastry at the end of it. Once you've assembled your pastries, we're going to brush the tops of these with a little beaten egg. This is just going to give it a nice golden glaze as it bakes in the oven. Bake your pasties at 200 degrees Celsius until they're a delicious golden colour and that puff pastry is really puffed up nicely. This just smells so good. You can hear the crisp on that, and you just get that delicious cheesy potato filling, which is just so nice. You don't want to add too much filling into these. You'll find that your filling just spills out as it bakes. But if you enjoy the recipe and it's really so fast to make, please do leave a like, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I'll hopefully upload more again soon. Thank you for watching.